it's Stephanie. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. We went to Silver Lake for 7 days. It was an awesome, awesome trip. We went with some friends and we never planned to stay the whole 7 days because we live kind of close, an hour and a half or so away from this camping place, and we have to work still, so we did come home in the middle, but we got the spot for the whole 7 days, and as I said to my friends, we have the option to stay the whole 7 days. So we probably stayed 4 of the 7 and home 3. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the trip and some of the different things. We did a lot of planning for this trip. We did a lot of cleaning. I think I'll take just a moment to show you some of the cleaning we did, which was much needed. And Hubby was up to the task, so I so appreciate him for that. So here's Hubby showing you a little bit of cleaning on our pop-up tent trailer. It's Feral Focus, and we're getting ready for a trip, and we've decided to clean our camper the best we can before we get started. And so we're today cleaning the outside. It's now evening time because it was so hot today. So we didn't want to...
It was bad.
Yeah, triple digits. We didn't want to be out in 100-degree weather trying to, you know, wash our camper. So we tried the Woolite and water, and it really just didn't do a whole lot. So then we used this Totally Awesome, which I saw someone else had used.
LA Totally Awesome.
And it seems to be doing a better job. So that's what we're going to use. And we are going to empty out the whole trailer. And then we're going to spray it with a hose, get it nice and wet. We're going to scrub it with this, rinse it off, let it dry. That's the plan. So we'll give you a tour.
It works on hair. Do you want to try it on your hair?
No, I don't. No. Try it on your hair. Oh, how convenient. Okay, so we'll give you a tour when it's done. We're thinking just spray the brush. Whoa, I almost bit the dust. Spray the brush so we don't waste all our cleaner.
So this morning we came out a little bit brighter so we can actually see what's dirty and what's not. And again, this super duper LA Totally Awesome cleaner just did an amazing job. I didn't have to press really hard, and I went to the big brush. I took it right off this pole, and I could get a really big area, and then when I needed to reach something, I screwed the pole on. And honestly, just spray it down, wipe it down, rinse it off. It was pretty super
Did
easy.
you spray the canvas with this cleaner or the brush?
I sprayed it with the cleaner first, and then I brushed it. But I also put some spray right on the brush too.
So both?
Both, yeah.
Great. So the outside canvas is all clean?
Yes, totally clean.
Totally awesome. That's funny. Thanks.
All right. After cleaning it, took the garden hose, a little sprayer on it, rinsed the whole thing off. And fortunately, looking inside afterwards, there were no leaks. So I think we could do pretty well in the rain if this thing ever did get caught in the rain.
Good. I mean, after all, we have to represent because both of my friends have RVs and we have the pop-up tent trailer. I have to say, when you're camping with all tent campers and you're in the pop-up tent trailer, while you have the mansion. But when you're camping with RVs, they have the luxury and you're the roughing it person. So it's fun. I'm happy to be the middle ground. Absolutely no problem with that. We went to one of our favorite camp spots. It's called Silver Lake. We went there last year with our same friends. So if you want to look back through my videos, you'll see last year's trip and how it compares to this year's trip. We had a lot of plans for hiking, but we got rained on the whole 7 days. Mountain rain has to happen.
I got my lightning rod here.
Don't get struck. So he put up an extra tarp. We put up our gizmos. And pulled the doggies in under the tent. They're very happy. Grabbed all our junk and pulled it in. And it's a beautiful day. You hear that thunder? This happened last year. I told Hubby we didn't need the tarp, but he is a man of extra precaution, so. It's raining, it's pouring, and we are sitting inside our cozy camper, and our doggies are here. Where'd my doggie go? So we're just playing cards and being cozy, and there's my buddy right there behind me. Can you see him? And I don't know why it's dark on you, but it's light on me. See? Look. No, you don't have to do anything. See, if I turn it this way, it's on you. It's great. See? So the only question is, who is going to win at Gin Rummy?
See my hand?
I didn't see it. Dang it. Oh my gosh, it started right when we got there. It was hot and dry before we went, and it was hot and dry after we came home. But the week that we had our camper up there was rain, hail, rain, thunder, lightning, hail, over and over. It flooded the whole campground. It was just a lot of water. So no hiking and no kayaking. All the things we had planned to do. Everyone was planning on getting there pretty early, so we planned as early as we could, and we ended up being the first ones there. So I couldn't figure out which of the 3 camp spots was mine, and I looked up in the email, and I got the number right off my email, and there we took our spot. Well, they messed up. They gave me the wrong number, and so I set up in the wrong camp spot. And then the 3 camp spots we were supposed to have, someone was in one of them. So luckily, our friends who were supposed to take that spot came a day late, and that's when the people left. So it was a big jumbled mess when we first got there. Sometimes that happens. It ended up working out so great that we actually reserved the same exact spots for next year. We stayed there for the first 2 days, and on the 3rd day we decided to go home. It was perfect to go back Saturday night because hubby had a shoot on Sunday and I wanted to go to church on Sunday. So we stayed. We were going to listen to this wonderful band play out in the meadow, and it got rained out. So we stayed for nothing, and we ended up going home, and I was home Sunday, Monday. It was so hard to be gone. I wanted to be down there because I felt like my camper was without me. I wanted to be down there. So I went down there. I keep saying down there. It's up in the mountains. So I went back up there by myself and brought Buster, and I just decided, you know what? I know hubby can't take off work, but I can go. So I went and I stayed by myself. And I thought I would share a little bit of that with you. I got there and it was the craziest weather. So I took a few moments to drive farther up the mountain just to see what was happening, and this is what I saw. Then I came back down to camp and set up for myself, visited with my friends, and my son had brought me, just before I left, some movies on a thumb drive, and I put it in my laptop, and I was just so comfy cozy. I watched a fun movie, and it was quiet, and I will share a little bit of my experience camping by myself for the first time ever. Hi. Okay, so I am here in my camper, spending the night by myself for the first time ever. And it's a cool time to do it because the camper was already set up. We had the whole space here for 7 days. We only stayed 3, and we've been home 2, and we're coming back for the last couple, and hubby just had so much work to do, so I came by myself. And I'm not actually by myself because there's Buster. Hi, Buster. So he's sleeping. And the cool thing is I'm here with friends. So I've got a RV on one side and an RV on the other side. So I'm not totally alone. I'm just alone in here. And recently somebody sent me a message on my pretty showing off my trailer video, and they said, that's not real. Well, it's not. So this is real. I'm going to show you what it's like at night. I have the twinkle lights hung up behind me because that's some nice ambient light. And then I'm going to turn it around and show you the front where I put my clothes. Someone asked me, where do I put my clothes? Actually, I put them right there. I actually have a blanket thrown on top, but there's my duffel bag. All my clothes go there. And I normally have even more stuff back there, but hubby's not here, so I have it stuffed on the other side, which would normally be his place where he stuffed his stuff. So I'm going to turn it around and show you the rest of it. Okay, so I closed the privacy curtains so you couldn't see all the junk that's stuffed in there. And I have some more twinkle lights right there. We don't have any hookups, so I can't turn on any inside lights, which I never do anyways because I prefer these little twinkle lights is fine. I have a couple of lanterns there if I need more light, but this is all I ever use. And then just junk stored over there. I've got my extra stuff over here, things I might need. And then there's Mr. Heater Buddy. I have 2 of those. We usually, hubby sleeps on one bunk and I sleep on the other, and we point one at each other, but I have one and a spare for me tonight. And now we can see Buster a little bit better. Hello in there. Where are you? He's hiding in the corner. Oh. I feel a lot better having him here. So this is what it really looks like. And then behind the curtain is just all my stuff, because I have a lot of stuff. Now it's been raining a lot, so we just have muddy. My little rug got all wet, so I just threw down a towel, and I'm gonna bring extra things like that. So that's what it really looks like. All my stuff over there, and all my stuff over there. And I'm just gonna roll up in this comforter. See this comforter? And I'm gonna watch movies on this laptop using this extra battery. That's my plan. Okay, I thought of a couple more things to tell you about sleeping in my pop-up. One is my bed is super comfortable because I have the extra foam on there, and I have a sheet, basically just a sheet and my comforter and that foam, and I just actually sleep right on top of the whole thing, and just put a comforter. Sometimes if it's really cold, I'll sleep in a sleeping bag, but it's not that cold here. It's gonna go like 50, not really below that, maybe 45, but my comforter's super comfortable. I'll just wrap up in that. The other thing I was going to say is, in my showing off video where it's all set up all pretty, I have all these extra little pillows, and I actually bring those because they're super nice for just getting comfy. You might want to set one behind you when you're sitting in a chair. You might want to stack them up for watching movies. The little ones are nice for just kind of putting under your knee or under your feet, and so we sit on those, we lay on those. Those are actually very utilitarian, so it's not all for show. I have to say, I'm so admiring people who could do this all the time. It wasn't scary because I had friends on both sides of me, but I think I would have been a little bit freaked out if I was just by myself. Although having a dog helps because I'm not going to have any surprises. Also, I can lock my camper from the inside, so it's not like they're just going to open the door and walk right in. I think I would like to camp by myself sometimes, but I so enjoy hubby's company, I just can't imagine that I would ever do that by myself. But it was fun. I actually enjoyed the peace and quiet a little bit. Not so much stuff in the camper. It was kind of just me and my stuff, which I kind of filled it up by myself, frankly. But it was an experience and I loved it. Would I do it again? Yes, I would. Although with the pop-up tent trailer, I'm not sure I could set it up by myself, so I might have to figure that out. The whole time I was gone, I just felt like I was missing out. Totally missing out. It turns out that while I wasn't up there, it rained and thundered and lightning and nobody got to do anything, and eventually my friends came back home too. They didn't even stay the whole 3 days. Everybody kind of came home and waited out a little bit of the rain, so we all missed the middle. And when we came back, it was still raining pretty much every afternoon, just pouring, thunder, lightning, the whole deal. And the campground was super muddy, and where I parked my car was like a lake. It was very wet. One cool thing is I got to hang up my banners that I had just made, so that I got to shoot that and have them flapping in the breeze because there was a lot of breeze, and so that was easy. And if you haven't seen my video on how to make these cool little banner flags, pennants, they're super fun and cool, and I'll put a link right here in the video, or if I can't figure that out, I'll put a link in the description box so you can see the cool little banners that I made for my camper. Since it was so close to home, I wanted people to come visit me. I wanted my daughter to bring the grandkids up and visit me and maybe even spend the night with me. I wanted my son to come up and spend the night with me, and they all said they would, and they said they wanted to, but then life just got in the way. It's kind of hard to take away and just go, visit your mom for an overnight. But on the last day, my daughter brought the grandkids up and we had so much fun. It was just so fun. They got to just play. Oh my gosh, just give them a spoon and a paper plate and they're just going to play in the dirt. They just made all kinds of fun. Whatever I gave them, they just had fun. They didn't need anything. They could just pretend that pine cones was a meal, and we took them over to this playground. They played in these tires. It was super cute. Hubby finally showed up, and so you know, that was fun. And we went for a little drive, took some really pretty pictures, which I will show here. And we love this area of the country. It's so beautiful. There's just so many vistas and so many lakes. And the clouds were amazing on this particular day. We just had a really nice little afternoon drive. And when we got back to our camp spot, our son was there visiting, and he is just hilarious. So he regaled everyone with stories, and they enjoyed that. And we had a nice group dinner. Whenever we were together, we had group dinners where everybody sort of participated and gave a portion to the meal. I ended up being salad girl because I could always do a salad, and my friends are much better cooks than me, so salads it was. And I love salads, so it was easy. We finished out our last day by having a wonderful campfire. We did make s'mores. I wish I had pictures of that. But the campfire was so fun. It was just us. We're such good friends. It was just nice having good conversations, getting to know each other even better. Once you know each other, then you get to know each other more. And so we really enjoyed that. And we were kind of talking about our favorite moments. And yeah, there was a lot of rain. We didn't get to hike. We didn't get to kayak. We didn't get to do the things that we had all planned. But we did have fun. We got to be together. We got to set up our campers, which we all three just love. And we were there with our husbands who all get along together and have fun with each other. One of my friends was talking about her favorite moment was her son coming up and just surprised her. She didn't expect it. He just showed up, and he went, you know, kind of hung out the whole afternoon with them. And my other friend, her daughter and her husband came up and hung out with them. Friends came up and hung out with us. Then my son, my daughter, my grandkids all came up and hung out with us. Let me just say, when you get to the grandma stage, having family just want to be with you, it's the best part of life. It really is. And so we all got to have that, and we all got to see each other have that. So it was special. We all got to have that. That's pretty cool. So that was our fun camping trip at Silver Lake. We make it an annual thing. We are already booked for next year. I'm super excited to see where that will bring us with our camper, what changes we'll make between now and then. A whole year. My gosh, who knows? So I hope you enjoyed our little camping trip with us, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.